There comes a point in an artist's life where just making drawings is not enough. Seeing your creatures, characters, and chaos depicted on a flat surface, be it screen or a sketch pad, is not enough. Animating and seeing them move is not enough. No. I need them to be I need them to be three-dimensional. I need something physical. I need life in the palm of my hand. Okay, actually, it's the result of a very specific YouTube rabbit hole I've been traveling through, but that sounds a lot less dramatic than what I have written down. And after realizing that I can steal paper trash from my workspace for infinite free materials, I decided to do some research on how to make paper figurines. During that research, I came across a channel named TD Sculptures and Crafts, and later down the line, Paper Patriot. If you're watching this video, you have probably seen their channels already, but I will link them in the description anyways. I have segmented the process of making this figurine into 3 parts, both for your and my own convenience. The skeleton stage, the sculpting stage, and the painting stage. And now I need a character design that I like, but don't really care about in case I mess it up. Ah, perfect. This is my contribution to the Murderdrones but Make Them Humans folder of the Murderdrones fandom. Now, thigh-high boots and a leotard is a choice, but these clothes are simple and form-fitting, meaning it's a good design for a beginner model. The recording process starts off strong as I forgot to flip my phone camera, and now I have an hour-long recording of my stealing. Great. Realizing I already made an embarrassing mistake the next recording, you can see me taking this seriously. Having measured my reference drawing and writing down the parts I already made to keep track of my progress. I am using Paper Patriot's method, and I will link his tutorial playlist in the description, but for the sake of it, here's a quick rundown. You need a pin, pivot, and lever. Lever, lever, I don't care, I'm a native English speaker. The pivot wraps tightly around the pin and tape it up. That's where the motion comes from. You stick the lever to the pivot and a single piece of paper around the pin. Be careful of the glue, as it can clog up in the pivot if you use too much of it. Take yet another paper roll around the lever. This will act as a second point of rotation. Keep on making joints until you have a complete skeleton. At this point, I was kind of stalling my work progress mainly because of 2 reasons. Hands and glue. The hand joints, because they are so small, all it takes is a sneeze and they would fall into the black hole that is the space beneath my desk. And the glue, because I was worried that once I glued something down and it clogs up the joints, then I would have to redo an entire joint, which isn't terrible, it's just annoying. Which is worse. As it turns out, the glue was a lot more forgiving than I feared, especially the wood glue I used, since it has such a long curing time. The thing I was nervous about wasn't so bad once I did it. What a surprise. With a little bit more confidence, I even bust out the hot glue gun to build the torso, connected the mid-body joint and the shoulders using 2 sticks of layered card. I will keep the hands simple cardboard flat shapes to differentiate my models from Paper Patriots, definitely not because this will be easier and less finicky to make than his version. The claws were made much the same way, just colored with markers and glued straight to each fingers. And now with the foundation done, it's time we move on to the sculpting stage. I think I'm just gonna make a lot of paper donuts and glue them anywhere where I think that the model needs more mass. Yes, and just mostly winging it. The first attempt was just make random shapes and brute forcing it, but I do not like this. It looks blocky and bloaty, and while I am not aiming for photorealism here, I do want some quality. Okay, and finally I am making this crescent shape to glue to the legs. 1 for the calf, 2 to make the thighs. After that try, I add some more strips of thinner paper to make it more round and organic looking. And for just some inexplicit reason, the thigh gap started bothering me. I don't know why, it just looks horrifying. Like early 2000s beauty standards thigh gap looking twig, but worse. This looks like something that would chase me down in a low-poly horror game. It looks like a cryptid. Hey, editing string here. I was so preoccupied bashing my own project that I just realized that this is essentially body shaming. Which I know from my own experience sucks. I should have known better. I'm sorry. Now back to the immature humor.
Oh, this is cursed.
And I decided that I would just put up with it. I did redo the hip joint so that one leg was rotating inside the other instead of two separate levers for each leg to make it look less early CGI human and remake the shoulders, because they ended up looking way too broad in comparison with the new proportions. You may have noticed that I like to work from least intimidating task to the most intimidating task. In this case it was the head, which thinking back now is a bit silly. The head is just a ring of paper with a face in the back. After that, an idea I am proud of is soaking some tissue strips in a mixture of wood glue and water and applying it to some part of the body to give it a more seamless look. And just take a listen to this. I know from experience that glue can change how a material accepts paint, so I'm coating V with a coat of structure paste and good god, it's so flaky. Is it still paste or is it just a solid mass? I want to stress this one thing right now, that if you don't have a primer or paint sealant, then it's okay. Most of the stuff I am using was something a relative has gifted or passed down to me. You can just paint the figure directly, or color it with markers, or with pencils. Nothing here are rules chiseled in stone, more like suggestions. I use paints because I wanted to use paints. Do whatever you want with what you can work with. I have some prime paste and a UV varnish, so I use these. By the way, if you use protective paint sprays, use them outside please, preferably with a gas mask.
Time to freak out my neighbors. I should probably open the door because it smells bad. It smells ugh. Am I going to poison myself?
Now all that is left is a place for the wings and the tail, which is just a piece of paper wire and a Muppet mouth out of card. And now finally, we can do the reveal shots.
There she is in all of her glory. Now, is this a perfect paper model? No. Oh, but am I happy with her?
I was gonna say, before you fainted on me, you're not perfect. One leg appeared to be a bit longer than the other, so balancing her can be a bit of an act. But overall, for my like third, second big paper model, I'm very happy with her. She can stand, she can hang upside down if I position her right. I'm gonna maybe make different wings and add a fur collar later on, but for now, I'm I'm quite satisfied. Look at her. This was the result of like months of stuff uh, of I I'm just I sound like a complete moron. I'm just so happy right now. Oh, thank you for watching until this part, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.